సెకండ్ వేవ్ కరోనా వైరస్ పెద్ద ఎత్తున వ్యాప్తి చెందుతోంది. కరోనా వైరస్ సెకండ్ వేవ్గా మారి ఈరోజు ఎందుకు ఇంత పెద్ద ఎత్తున స్ప్రెడ్ అవుతోంది? మరొక వైపు వ్యాక్సినేషన్కు సంబంధించి అందరిలో కూడా అపోహలు, అనుమానాలు చాలా ఉన్నాయి. వీటన్నిటిని కూడా నివృత్తి చేయడానికి మనతో పాటు ప్రస్తుతం అందుబాటులో ఉన్నారు సిసిఎంబి డైరెక్టర్ రాకేష్ మిశ్రా గారు. వారిని అడిగి అన్నిటికీ సమాధానం తెలుసుకుందాం. సార్ నమస్కారం.
నమస్కారం.
So second wave of corona, we'll talk about second wave of corona first thing. So what is the second wave of corona and the difference between the starting corona which we found March or in the last year? So what is the difference between the both?
Essentially it is the same thing, which is the number of infections when they begin. Then as more and more people get infected, the speed of spread becomes more and more, because it's like a chain reaction, and at a point it reaches a maximum when people start to take care. Lockdowns happen, restrictions are imposed, then interactions are on their own, people become more careful, so then infections stop to spread much, and slowly it plateaus for some time, and then it comes down and keeps coming down till it happened after the first wave. It kept coming down up to maybe December, January, till end January or beginning February. Then what happens? People became again more relaxed. They thought it's over. Now nothing to worry about and all, and the which gave more chance to the virus to infect more people. And again, the same cycle began, which means the same wave began, and we start seeing increase in the number, and it will keep going up till we again start some restrictions, some self discipline. Hopefully, the peak is reached, but we do not know. If we don't take proper care, like last time, it can keep going up further. It depends upon, at the moment, is exclusively dependent on people and their behavior, which can be self-contained or implemented by the government. And then once that happens, then hopefully sooner the infection rate will come down, and then it will then be called with the, at national context, second peak. So first peak infection goes up, then comes down. Then second peak infection goes up, comes down. It all depends on the behavior of the people and many other conditions.
Yes, sir. Mostly which kind of changes you are observed in the virus? Means mutations and all that is happening from the 1 year, right?
Mutation happens constantly in the virus. That is the nature of the virus. In fact, mutation happens in every organism. You and I are different because our ancestors had some mutation inherited, and that's why we are different, genetically distinct. So what happens in virus is that it mutates very fast. That each generation it mutates to some extent. So as a virus is spread from one individual to other, out of these 30,000 letters that make the virus genome, one or two may be changed. What happens is most of the time these changes are not of any relevance in terms of disease or in terms of the survival of the virus or spread or infectivity. So therefore, they just get recorded if they are sequenced. Otherwise, they disappear. Like we have observed till last year, out of 6,000 genomes that were isolated and sequenced in India, we have recorded more than 7,500 mutants in the Indian isolates. So, but most of that doesn't mean that 7,000 variants are roaming around. That mutation happens. That's what is the indication from this kind of observation. What is happening now is that it actually happens all the time. At any given time, some particular combination of mutation, which we define generally as a variant, becomes more successful. It could be just a chance that people who got that infection, they didn't take proper care, and they in some super spread event it went up, and that's how it became more prominent. Or it could be that it is more infectious, so if a particular variant requires 1,000 viral particles to cause an infection, it may be only 500 will be enough. So some chances of infectivity increases based on mutant. It can also happen, particularly for the second wave or after the first wave at any given time, that normally once you get infected, antibody response is made, immune system gets set, so the next virus cannot come and you are protected like you are protected with vaccine. But if the virus changes it so much that first time immunity obtained by first infection is not anymore protective, then it can cause a reinfection. So that is why in the second wave, third wave, these kinds of specific problems can crop in. So we are observing, of course, lots of variations floating around, but at the moment there is no particular mutation which there are variants which are in sensitive regions of the virus which can cause more infectivity or immune escape potential. But those things need to be studied. It doesn't look like it is that way because we are not noticing many infection based on the observation till now. Even when we collect more data and sequence more genomes, we'll be able to understand more precisely what is the relationship between the new mutations and which are around and the rate of infection that is happening. Most likely, it is largely the people behavior and not the mutation driven spread that we're seeing, but simply because even in Maharashtra, where infections are very high, we don't see a particular mutant or new variant which is dominating. It is a mutant which is elsewhere as well, and increase in the cases therefore is not directly related to new mutant. Like double mutant, there is about 20%, which means 80% of the infections are because of some other reason, and those are probably behavioral or people contributed factors.
Yeah, central government is providing vaccination process for the only above 45 age group. So they all have some doubts on the vaccination process and also the vaccination. So can you clarify about all these? They are thinking that any side effects and all that somehow they have doubt on this vaccination process. So
There is no, that is completely incorrect. There is no doubt about the safety of the vaccine. And the vaccine is now more than 6 crore people have taken the vaccine. And they are, I can tell you from personal experience, I also took vaccine today. And
yeah.
so, because now I will qualify in 45-60 bracket till,
Okay.
till yesterday I was not. And lots of people in our organization have taken as frontline workers, and we are also participating in vaccine follow-up programs. So a lot of people are volunteers to take vaccine and give blood frequently to monitor what is how these vaccines are behaving in so protecting people and so on. But it is established, well established, that these vaccines are safe and these are protective also, because in UK we have seen that infection rates have come down after vaccination, so it is certainly contributing. And how long this vaccine will protect, if a variant will emerge that will not respect the vaccination and start reinfecting, those need to be seen. We will keep monitoring, but one thing is is uh, certain that large number of people at a very fast, shortest possible time have to take the vaccine if we have to bring in effective, most effective outcome of the vaccine, which is to reach the herd immunity. And that is why we should dispel all rumors that vaccines doubtful or unsafe, and there is nothing like that. Vaccines are completely safe. They are made on very time tested platforms of vaccination. And we should, I really urge people, and I think it should be communicated to all, that those who can access the vaccine based on the criteria that's set by the government, they should go and take the vaccine, because you are not only protecting yourself, but you are going to protect others, because you will be less you will be transmitting less once you are vaccinated, because the virus will be either no infection at all or less infection, and so on. And certainly it is very, very protective. So once people get vaccinated, there will be no need, there will be no death, and there will be no need to go to ICU or most likely even hospital. Symptom may be very mild. So therefore, vaccination is extremely, extremely important. And if we today we decide that all of us will get vaccinated as soon as possible, and we continue to wear mask and social distancing and hand hygiene, we can defeat this virus still. But if we don't do this, then second wave will keep going up. A third wave may come. Another lockdown may be necessary, and more people may die, even if we have improved our hospital facilities. But if we do not take care, a number of patients increase beyond a point. It will be very dangerous. We may lose many lives. And even more frightening situation may be that if the virus continues for a long time, we keep giving opportunity to the virus to infect large number of people, it may come with a variant which may be very dangerous, because the variants will keep coming as long as we allow the virus to be in large number of people. Right now, that is the more worrisome situation, because 5 lakh people, 6 lakh people are having active infection. So that means these are the people are the manufacturing site for the new variants. So it is very crucial that we go and take vaccine and practice COVID appropriate behavior to defeat the virus. There is no other, and these are not very difficult things. The government deciding 45 plus earlier with symptom, with any comorbidity, now without any comorbidity, all this is because these are more vulnerable. 60 plus is more vulnerable. So job of the government is first to see that mortality is least. So lives are saved. And that is why these policies are made. It's not because life of 60 plus is less valuable than life of 45 plus and so on. So it's not like that. It is the priority group because they are more susceptible, and younger people, if they get infected, chances that they will become seriously sick and may die is lesser than if older people get infected in the same situation. So that is why this criteria is set. Otherwise, vaccines are certainly proven now to be very, very safe.
And what about pregnant ladies, sir? Because how corona will affect on them and the baby also?
There have been a lot of studies, so it doesn't look like there is a huge problem in that case. But it is extremely important that for ladies who are pregnant, they must take additional care that they don't go out and always wear mask and those things. That is very simple thing. I mean, there are people working with the patients until today and they haven't got infection because they are taking care. So there is a way, since we know how this virus spreads, we can protect ourselves, and that's what we should focus on. We should not wait that virus will go away on its own. We should see that what I am doing to kill the virus or avoid the spread of the virus.
Right. Thank you, Rakesh Misra garu. Thank you so much, sir, joining with us.
Welcome. Thank you.
అది ఖచ్చితంగా ప్రతి ఒక్కరు కూడా మాస్క్ ధరించాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది, శానిటైజ్ యూజ్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది. పైగా వ్యాక్సిన్కి సంబంధించి ఇప్పటికే గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తోంది. 45 ఇయర్స్ దాటిన ప్రతి ఒక్కరు కూడా వ్యాక్సినేషన్కి సంబంధించి ఎటువంటి అనుమానాలు, అపోహలు లేకుండా వ్యాక్సిన్ సమర్థవంతంగా పనిచేస్తుంది. ప్రతి ఒక్కరు కూడా వ్యాక్సిన్ తీసుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం ఉందంటూ చెబుతున్నారు. ఇది రాకేష్ మిశ్రా గారితో స్పెషల్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ. కీప్ వాచింగ్ HM TV. వార్త ఆగదు, నిజం దాగదు.